Hey, comic book fans, my nerdy friends, my geeky compadres, what's going on? Welcome to the Motor City Comic Con 2017 haul video. I got a lot to show you, so let's just get going. Okay, first I want to thank the guys for coming out. Every time they come out, it's just awesome. I know it's a much bigger hassle for them to get out here and stay at the house, but it's so fun. So thank you, CJ, for driving from New York, Johnny for driving from Canada, Greco for flying from Boston, and Nate for, basically walking. Nate doesn't live too far from me. That's why I say it like that. But yeah, just thank you guys for showing up. You guys are amazing. I love you guys. I had a great weekend. I can't say enough good things about you guys. I love you guys. So when the guys came over, we all kind of always do a sort of gift exchange kind of. So I'll show some of that stuff right now, I guess. So Johnny showed up Thursday morning, and he brought with him this novel by Transpired Contract, Murder for Money, The Dead Want Their Due. I don't know anything about it, but I love Transpired's stuff, his comics at least. So we'll see how a novel looks. Very cool. And we have some really amazing stuff that he gave me. We'll start with this. Love and Rockets single issue. This is number 6. Looks fantastic. I flipped through it. The art's great. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, though, like where I'm going to put it, because my boxes don't fit this size book. So I think I'm going to have to figure something out for it, but super awesome. And then we have 2 issues that just are phenomenal. I don't know what to say, but Peter Panzerfaust, issue 1, second printing. Love this cover. It's amazing. And then Peter Panzerfaust number 3. We love the book, and he knows how much I love the book, so he gave me these to help complete the singles that I'm trying to collect. So thank you, brother. It's awesome. Then oh, sorry. I caught the con plague, so I'm very feeling very, very sick. So you'll obviously hear it. But sorry about that. Then CJ came through with some fantastic stuff. We have here, he's helping me complete some Daredevils, volume 2. So here's annual number 1. We have issue 28, 31, and 54. That got me to, I think I need just a few more. In the higher end, it's all 90s, I think, that I need to get. But yeah, there's that. And then he helped me out with this Blue Beetle issue 6. So going into the weekend, I only needed one more issue to complete that. You'll see what happens with that. Then he really, one I've been looking for forever, Gotham Central issue 11. This completes Gotham Central for me. I have it in trade, and I also have it in singles now. Very awesome. And then one big book that he got for me, which is phenomenal, Green Arrow 101. I think this is the death of Oliver Queen. I think, you can't tell from the cover. Anyway, yeah, just awesome. Then actually, CJ brought some goodies for me from another YouTuber, Emsky361. Great guy. We exchange packages to each other all the time. But he met up with CJ on the way here, and he gave CJ this for me. Steppenwolf. This is 7. Yeah, album 7. The cover is amazing. And then he also gave me some of these Archie Universe Digest books. So we have Jughead and Friends. This is number 30. Betty and Veronica Double Digest 166. Archie's Double Digest 183. And Archie's Pals and Gals Double Digest 116. Thank you very much, Brian. I have a few things that I'm going to be sending to you soon. But yeah, thank you very much. We'll go with these. Nate actually got me some stuff at the con. We got this Black Magic trade. This is volume 1. Nicola Scott was there. I didn't have her sign it, but Nate said it was really good, at least a couple issues that he read. So he gave me this. And then also this hardcover, Private Eye. It was part of a deal where there's 3 hardcovers for a certain amount of money, and he had 2 and asked if I wanted to get a copy of this. So yes, I've been looking at it at my shop for a while and been very curious. But Brian K. Vaughan hardcover, very cool. And then Greco came through with some great stuff. Guardians of the Galaxy Deluxe Vinyl Edition. This is from the first film. Awesome. I actually haven't opened it to look at the vinyl to see if it's colored or not, but I can't imagine. I don't imagine it is. I think it's just black. If it is colored, I'll tell you later. But very, very cool. And then he also had this show and tell. It's a vinyl record with a kind of like a film strip. You're not going to be able to see anything. Oh, we kind of see. There's pictures there that play on this little vinyl or record projector kind of thing. You can see in the front there. But the record just plays like a regular record. We listened to it. The Justice League and Cleaning Up Pollution. It was hilarious. It was fantastic. But it was really fun, and I wouldn't expect anything less from Greco. Okay, so let's jump into signatures and creator whatnot. First, the most important signature of the con would be our yearbook. We always sign each other's program. I was an idiot and lost mine first day. I was lucky enough that Johnny grabbed a second one, so I had one. Thank you very much, everybody. Again, I'm gonna do this in a different kind of order. I was thinking about doing it in like chronological, but we're gonna do level of significance. How about that? So not that any of this is insignificant. Just bear with me. First, I have this Dobby print that I picked up for Lucas. I was a terrible person and I forgot the artist's name. I looked back through the program to get kind of an idea, and I have not a clue. But this will go up on Lucas's wall. He was really happy with it, so am I. Then I met J.M. Dragunis. Wow. Being sick sucks. He did this hardcover of Sires of Time. There's supposed to be 3, I believe, in the end. but he does this really amazing artwork and inking. He does these really like elaborate drawings and then inks with a paintbrush. He's phenomenal. He's super nice. He's signed right there in pencil on the bottom of the book. So got that. Sorry, I leaned on my keys and it hit the lock button for my car, so it just went off. Threw me off there for a second. Anyway, I also picked this up. He was doing a deal where you buy the hardcover and a sketch for $40, or not a sketch, a print. God damn it, being sick sucks. Being sick. Wow. Anyway, it's the Harry Potter house shield. I don't know what you call that. It's from Harry Potter. It shows all the houses on a shield. Anyway, very detailed, very amazing, very, very cool. Next, I don't really know which order to do. Yeah, I do. I know which order to do this. Save that for a second. End of day Saturday, we happened to come across. Saturday was basically all of Artist Alley. We just walked up and down, and I don't remember how we came across. Nate came across this artist. I didn't even know he was going to be at the con, which I would have made a much bigger deal about meeting him. But we came across Gerhard, who is basically the background artist for Cerebus from like issue 65 on. And actually, I don't know if he's doing the new stuff. I know it's 65 through 300. But we met him, and I was just amazed. He had pages and stuff, and they were priced out of my range, you could say. They were like $700. I couldn't do it. Anyway, so I talked to him. I didn't have anything for him to sign, obviously, because I didn't even know he was going to be there. We talked to him, and I asked him to do a sketch for me. He said he'd have it done Sunday. So Saturday night, we went to 2nd and Charles, because it turns out that the first couple of trades I have of Cerebus, Gerhard didn't do any work on. Dave Sim did it all. So we went to 2nd and Charles because I knew they had some singles there. And I picked up some singles, which I eventually took to have him sign. So we have Cerebus. This is issue 91. And he signed it right there. And this is Cerebus issue 95. And he signed it right there. So when I asked him to do a sketch for me, I asked him to just do a head sketch. I then went back Sunday. First thing Sunday, we stopped by his booth, and he hadn't started it yet, so I asked him if he could do a full body sketch for me. Paid a little bit more money for it, but totally worth it. And here that is. Awesome Cerebus sketch with his sword and signed at the bottom there. Yeah, looks awesome. Check it out. Drawn and inked and shaded in pencil. Super awesome. Great experience with him on Saturday. Sunday was kind of weird because we had to go back a few times to see if he did the sketch yet, and I don't know, just kind of... He seemed less engaging. I don't know. He was still super nice though. Super cool. We had a much better time with the creators this year than the last time we got together 2 years ago. And one of the main reasons is this next one. Friday, first thing we did was head back to this creator's booth to get in line. I had originally only planned on getting one book signed, which he did happily for free. But then I also decided to get a sketch. So you'll see that this frame here is empty. That's because I'm putting this issue 11 of Watchmen in there, signed by Dave Gibbons. It looks really great with the purple. I enjoyed it. But some of us also got sketches done. I picked Rorschach, being my favorite character from Watchmen. Dave Gibbons was super, super nice. Great guy. Amazing. He took like 5 to 10 minutes, maybe not 5 to 10 minutes. It felt like an eternity because my anxiety got the best of me and I rambled on and stuttered and it was terrible. I shaked like crazy. But super amazing sketch. Super great guy. His wife was super nice too. They were fantastic, fantastic people. Had you sit down at the table, not stand there the whole time. Had you sit down at the table, just talked a bit while he was sketching, and then this happened.
Hi, this is Dave Gibbons, and I always watch Running with Comics.
So yeah, amazing. Like I said, super, super nice guy. I did not expect that at all. He actually suggested doing that. Nate had gone first getting a sketch. Nate told Dave Gibbons and his wife that we were together. I went after Nate. He asked me how we knew each other, and it was funny. Greco and Nate and CJ were standing back, and they were like, "Tell him the truth." So I told him the truth that we met via YouTube and that we all have channels, and and he was like, "Oh, what's the name of your channel?" So I told him. He was like, "Get your phone out." So he did that, and it was amazing, and I'll never forget it. And Dave Gibbons, I have the utmost respect for that man. Super nice, fantastic artist, as we all know. But even as a person, just as a person, amazing, phenomenal man, and his wife, a lovely lady. Super, super nice. So yeah, that's all the art and signatures I got. All right, so on to the trades. Not a whole heck of a lot this time. As you know, I collect a lot of trades, but I have a tremendous amount that I haven't read yet. So I didn't pick up that many. All just kind of like the next volumes of what I needed. So first up, I don't even know where I got this. There was so many. I want to say there was so many trade places. That's not true. There wasn't a lot. There was very few actually. We just kept going back to the same ones a bunch of times. So, like I said, I don't know where I picked these up from, but Love and Rockets. This is Ophelia. The name of this volume is Ophelia. Deadly Class Volume 3. I was keeping up with this in singles, but then I dropped it. And I decided to trade weight it now, so this is 3. Black Science Volume 3. Vanishing Pattern. I have 1 and 2. I didn't read that in singles at all, but anyway. Pretty Deadly Volume 2. Read the first volume and loved it. Can't wait to read that. I believe that's like the end, unless they're going to do another volume, but yeah, from what I understand, there's only 2 volumes right now. And then DMZ Volume 3, Public Works. I have 1 through 5 now, I believe, so I'll start reading that. We can jump into the singles real quick. Not real quick because I have a ton of them, but a big chunk of it was one title. I'm not going to show them all to you, but I have 40 issues of Firestorm here. Didn't realize I was going so hard for Firestorm, but we hit this one shop where it was 20 singles for $5, and I ended up getting like 80 singles from that place. So most of it being, half of it being Firestorm. So I'm not going to show you all those, but Yeah, huge chunk of Firestorm taken care of. First of these is just going to be a couple random singles that I got. Nothing too tremendous. Ghost Stories. I liked it because it was the strange tale of the life or death trumpet. I don't know. The cover's awesome. Then we have Devil Dinosaur, issue 2. I think I picked up 3 last con. House of Mystery, issue 263. The sticker is actually on the book. I didn't realize that. I thought it was on the bag when I picked it up. But yeah, it's on the book. Whatever. Simon Dark, issue 10. I think I have like 3 more before that's done. This is really interesting. Psycho Killers, issue 1. All about Charles Manson. We looked it up. There's 16 issues of this title. All of them dealing with a different serial killer in each one. So keep an eye out for those. Power Man and Iron Fist. Interesting issue. This is issue 76. It's like a half and half issue. Half was written by somebody different, penciled by somebody different, inked by somebody different. Cover was actually half done by somebody different. So you have basically the Power Man side of things and the Iron Fist side of things. So very interesting. Justice Inc. issue 2. I was interested because it says Jack Kirby right there on the cover. Don't know anything about it, but Jack Kirby. Huntress, issue 11. I think it's 16 issue, 12 issue run of this. But that was it. One I was surprised to only pick up 1 issue of, and that's Green Arrow. I thought I would have picked up a lot more Green Arrow, but this is issue 54. It didn't jump out at me, I guess. Brave and the Bold, issue 124 with art by Aparo. Drew himself into the book, and on the cover there, right there. I thought it was pretty funny, pretty cool. Another book that I was really, I actually been looking for a couple weeks now, because Custom Bromstar did like a spotlight on it, really. This is Marvel Team Up. Spider-Man teaming up with Moon Knight, Iron Fist, Power Man, and Daredevil in a Purple Man story. Purple Man as a villain I've always thought was neat. And this team up, really cool. This one is important. Blue Beetle issue 3. This completes my volume 1 run of Blue Beetle, or volume 2, or whatever you want to call it. I believe it's volume 1. I'm confused and sick. So, yeah, Blue Beetle completed. Very happy about that. Very, very cool. And then some new issues that I picked up because I don't have them yet. This first one is a second printing, but it's cool, so I don't care. I still have it in singles. This is Outcast, issue 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the variant cover for issue 25. I have the regular cover, whatever. Just wanted to complete it in singles, so now I have them all in singles. We're good. Next, big chunk, not a big chunk, a small stack of Archie-related comics. So we have, like, these are obviously in very rough shape. No big deal. I don't mind. PEP 254. PEP 340. PEP 387. Archie 170. 174. 178. Life with Archie, this is my favorite cover. This is 118. 124, which I might have, I'm not 100% sure, and 160. I don't have Life with Archie in my tome. I probably should put it in there, but there's so much of it that I just haven't written in there yet. Came across a few Hellblazers that I didn't have. Number 8, 53, 54, 58, and 249. Didn't see very many Hellblazers. I never really do, but I was happy to pick those up. Next, we have some Sensational She-Hulk that I'm trying to finish up. Issue 39, 46, 47, 48, and 53. I think that leaves me with like 3 or 4 left to finish that off, but I think the last 2 issues are very difficult to find, so I'm having a pain in the ass time finding them. Next, X-Force, issue 129. This is the last issue of X-Force before it leads into X-Statics. This is issue 2, 3, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 12. Very happy to come across those. And then some more 20-cent books. We have New Mutants number 2, 3, 6, 9, 13, and 28. Alright, this last stack is like the good stuff, right? So here we go with, to begin with, some Spectre stuff. We have Adventure Comics. This is 436. Spectre Volume 1, Issue 6. And Issue 7? Yep, Issue 7. That was it for the Spectre stuff. I picked those up. I think they were like $5 a piece. Not too bad. And then we have some awesome Jack Kirby stuff. As you guys know, I think the last con I completed Commandy, but I'm going after a second run of it, so I can bind it and have like a trade version. So we have issue 6, 15, 17, 24. Some of them aren't in the greatest condition, but I don't really need them to be. 27, 31, 35. That's it for the Jack Kirby stuff. This is just the end of the run. 46. Yep. 48. 51. 57. And 59. So just going after a second run of Commandy so I can get them bound and have them able to read, just to read them. More Jack Kirby goodness. We have some Mr. Miracle, issue 5. 6, again, like I said, not in the greatest of shape, but I think picked up for like $2, maybe, even less. 7, 8. Some of these were in that 20-cent deal. Number 10 and 17. Featuring Samuel L. Jackson. Looks just like Mr. Glass from Unbreakable. Never mind. I'm not gonna explain my jokes. Bum. Demon number 2. Number 5. Number 7, which is the first appearance of Clarion, right there. 11. And 14. Coming close to completing that. I don't know how many more I have. I think I only have 3 more to go. But one of them, I saw one of them, it was like number 6. It was like $40. And I just wasn't ready to spend that on that book because I just wasn't. I didn't want to. I can find it for a better price eventually anyway. Some Daredevil stuff. really rough shape, but again, I think I paid $2 for it. Issue 14. 104. That was 20 cents. 138. Also 20 cents. 143. 20 cents. And then 173, which was $5. Frank Miller issue. Great condition. Every time we stop by this place, we always end up finding some really, really good stuff. It's the collector's zone. They put wall books up and they sell them for $5. Pretty good deals. So, yeah, found those. And then we have a bunch of Simonson Thor. So, 260 being his first work on the Mighty Thor, I believe. 261. 263. 264. 265. 373. I think this is when he started just writing it instead of doing art for it at all. 375. And 380. So got a good chunk of Simonson Thors there. I'm not sure how many I have left on that run, but it's not much now. I think I need first Beta Ray Bill and a couple earlier issues, but that's it. Then we have some Neil Adams goodness going on in a couple of these. We have Phantom Stranger, Volume 2, Issue 10. And Issue 12. We have this House of Mystery, Issue 186. Love that cover. Neil Adams cover, like I said. Bernie Wrightson interiors on this one. Had to pick it up. R.I.P. Bernie Wrightson. $5. Then some Neil Adams that I really wasn't expecting to find at all, but very stoked that I was. It's Green Lantern, Green Arrow, issue 79. Issue 83. And issue 86 has a tremendous spine roll going on, but I picked it up for $15. Not bad. I was super happy to come across it. Took me a while to say that I was okay with myself getting it, but glad I did. Really glad I did. And then 3 keys. I wasn't expecting to get any of these. None of them. None of these were expected at all. But glad I picked them up. So first up is Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man, issue 27, which is Frank Miller's first work doing Daredevil. So got that for $5, I think. Then we have Adventure Comics, number 428. First appearance of Black Orchid. $2. $2. And it's in pretty... I mean, it's not in great shape. It's in good enough shape. Good enough for me. Good enough for $2. $2 key. And then the big one, this was my entry to our $20 challenge that we never completed. We just all were going day one. We went in just into the con with a $20 challenge in mind. Whoever can get the best book for $20 or less wins. I never saw anybody else's $20 challenge book, but Marvel Spotlight on Werewolf by Night. This is first appearance of Werewolf by Night. Marvel Spotlight number 2, I believe, is the numbering on it. But yeah, first appearance of Werewolf by Night. Pretty decent condition. Vendor had $25 on it. I asked him to drop down to $20. He did. I bought it. We're good. $20 challenge. Boom. Actually, this con was the first time I ever negotiated prices with anybody. And once I started, I couldn't stop. It was like every vendor I went to, I asked to to lower the price, and it worked most of the time. It was pretty awesome. I don't know, probably saved like $30 overall, which is sweet. I mean, without that $30, I wouldn't have gotten half the stuff I got. Well, no, not half the stuff I got, but some of the stuff I got. Anyway, I'm rambling now. This is the end. That's it. I have to put away all this stuff. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's super long, and I apologize, but I had a lot I wanted to talk about, had a lot I wanted to show. If you stuck around, thank you very much. Again, thank you to Johnny, Greco, Nate, and CJ for coming and hanging out. Had a great time. I think we even had a better time after the con than we had in the con. But I'll put their channel links below. Go check them out. They're going to have haul videos up. Nate already does. But everybody else will have theirs up soon enough, I believe. And have a good one. Thanks for watching. Bye.